Dandadan Season 2, Episode 5 is finally here. And you thought the evil eye was finished? Oh, you poor schmucks. We're not out of the woods just yet. A failed exorcism, Ranma 1/2 powers, cock blocking, peeny weeny, subterraneans, and absentee parents. All this and more on this week's Dandadan. But first, welcome friends. I'm Merlin with a Y, a certain famous wizard's less talented but more attractive cousin. And let's start with what the hell is wrong with this dinner? Dear God, it feels weird to see real food in an anime. I've always loved how anime does food, but this, no. It just tickles my brain in the worst way possible. But at least we learned one thing from this meal. Even if the exorcism they tried to do on the evil eye failed, we now know that Jiji can go back and forth between the evil eye and him through the power of hot soup. Or any warm liquid, but you get my point. Jiji is getting the Ranma treatment, where if he's hit by cold liquid, evil eye comes out. If it's warm, Jiji. I'm sure that won't lead to hijinks. But besides that, the thing that really sticks out to me in this episode is the parents. Or parental figures. Seiko shows she can be serious and apologizes to the kids for sending them on a mission that was way too much for them. Papa Shrimpy decided to move to Earth as it was the only way to get milk for his son. Even Ira. Seeing Ira dote over Chiquita is adorable, and it really hits you when you remember that Ira lost her mom when she was a kid. And seeing Jiji reconnect with his parents again is so sweet. Especially when you remember what it was like the last time he saw them. I will say that the anime plays it more comedically than the manga did, but that's mainly due to it skipping over 2 panels that in my opinion made it feel more natural. Still though, something about this episode is just filled with parental love, which makes it even weirder that Okarun's parents are just a non-issue. He's moving in with the Ayases, and there's just no problem with that? Once again, what is going on with Okarun's home life? How are his parents okay with him temporarily moving in with his friend when they've never met them? The fact that Okarun's home life never comes up is crazy to me. At first I thought there'd be a reveal or something, but I think Yukinobu Tatsu just doesn't care to explore it. Which is a shame, because that'd be so interesting. Even if his parents are as mundane can be. If he even has them, the contrast would be great for the sheer contrast itself. I can't even remember him mentioning them a single time. But on the subject of very interesting, terrible parents, Mama Kito is still at large, and she's not human. The subterranean reveal was even better than in the manga. We finally know why the Kitos look like they're wearing human skin like a suit, and it's because they are. I can't wait to learn more about the subterraneans. I'm sure it's not going to be ignored for hundreds of chapters. Of course not. But speaking of inhuman creatures, Papa Shrimpy. We finally learned Papa Shrimpy's real name. And it's Peeny Weeny. God, I love Dandadan. I love the added details that don't show up in the manga. Like Peeny Weeny flying his UFO to his new home, literally next door. The fact that the only UFO sightings are from helping the evacuated village, and not from doing this in the area where they live, is crazy. Then again, craziness is nothing new for Dandadan, but it makes the more down-to-earth scenes feel that much more real. It's scenes like this one in the car that feel so real compared to the stuff you'd normally see in a romance anime. The two sitting next to each other in the car, a slight touch of the hand, Okarun awkwardly pulling away, and Momo taking the initiative to touch and play with Okarun's hand. This is one of the clearest signals from a girl I've ever seen. And poor Jiji and Seiko having to overhear this shit. Feeling like the third wheel while these two idiots stew around in their obviously reciprocated feelings. I refuse to believe it was an accident that Jiji interrupted them. We know Jiji likes Momo, so this was intentional. I don't mind it though. Jiji's fighting a losing battle anyway. But to sum up the rest of the episode, Ira and Okarun are temporarily moving in with the Ayases to help with Jiji. Ira's dealing with the consequences of her actions last season, and she looks good in that coat. But most importantly, a single drop of soy sauce just unleashed the beast, and it's the first of many incidents that will destroy this place. Next episode is going to be crazy, and I can't wait. Thank you so much for watching till the end. Please like, comment your thoughts, and subscribe. I'm going to be covering each episode of Dandadan Season 2 as it comes out, and I hope you'll join me for the ride. Or at least check out some of my other videos. You might find something you'll like. I'm Merlin with a Y, and thank you for listening to this old man ramble.